Get ready to be completely captivated within the first few seconds as you step into a side of Bryan Braman you never imagined. Just picture this. The roar of the crowd fading out as he steps off the field, revealing the man behind the pads, the father, the partner, the brother, and you won't want to blink because everything you think you know is about to get a whole lot more intimate and powerful. And right now he's quietly welcoming you into a moment where his eyes soften, his guard drops, and suddenly you see him at home, surrounded by laughter and tiny footsteps. That's when you realize this is far more than an athlete story. It's a heartwarming family chapter unfolding before your eyes. And already you're hooked because who doesn't want to witness an NFL star in full dad mode sharing bedtime giggles and giving piggyback rides? And just when you feel grounded in that sweetness, we pivot to the romance that's got everyone talking. Imagine candlelight, hushed conversations, a stolen kiss by the glow of city lights, and the chemistry is unmistakable even through the screen, so you're leaning in, wondering what story lies behind that look. Then suddenly you're swept into his early years. A small-town kid with big dreams, field-worn cleats kicking through puddles after games, the sacrifices of countless road trips, and the unwavering support of family members whose voices echo with pride every time he takes the field. And as you process that, here comes the revelation of a secret relationship or an unexpected mentor who shaped his resilience. Details we're about to reveal, and bam, you're hanging on every single word because this is not just glossy highlight footage. This is real life, backstage access to the complexities, the triumphs, and the tender vulnerabilities that define the man beyond the athlete. So stay with us because next we'll dive into the unforgettable moment when he faced defeat and how his partner's unwavering strength became the anchor that fueled his comeback, and you'll feel that emotional tug as you connect the dots between love, loss, determination, and ultimate glory. And you're thinking maybe it's just another athlete story, right? But here's where it hits differently. The community he supports, the nightly prayers before big games, the surprise donate-a-toy events he hosts off camera that rarely make headlines but speak volumes about who he truly is. And suddenly you realize if you miss this video, you miss not just an insight into his fame but a lesson in character, compassion, and loyalty. And then as we approach the final quarter of this journey, we'll share the untold story of family traditions, like Sunday dinners. With 3 generations under one roof, the secret recipe that brings them together, the inside joke that has them in stitches every time, and you can practically smell the garlic and laughter. And at that point you're entirely immersed because you don't just care about the touchdowns anymore, you care about the stories behind them, the faces behind the helmets, the values behind the victories, and that's when the real hook sets in. We're about to reveal his plans for the future, whether he'll coach, start a family legacy foundation, or write a memoir. And while that promise lingers, we circle back to one final scene. Him walking hand in hand with his love beside a mountain-lit horizon as our voice drops softer and invites you to reflect on everything we've just shared. And by then you've invested emotionally, intellectually, maybe even spiritually in this one life story that feels like it belongs as much to you as it does to him. So if you leave now, you lose the grand finale that ties it all together. The message that fame fades but purpose endures, and you won't want to miss how this all concludes. You won't want to miss what comes next.